All right. I just want to make sure that I'm live. And oh my God, NLC is first in the house. Look at that. Hold on, let me make sure I'm live. Okay. I can hear myself. So is it like a contest or something that you guys try to see who can come in first? Because that seems to be the case with Jesse and a few other people, man. That's pretty fun. Maybe I should like try to give like a prize or something to people who come in first. So great. Thanks, bro. Thanks, NLC. Real quick, just a couple plugs. Uh, Strictly Comics pressing service available at Facebook. All you got to do is go to Facebook at Strictly Comics. Go to the services tab. You get pricing. Request a quote. Press that big old button that says get a quote. I will submit you a form to fill out. You send it back to me, and then I give you the price or the quote so that you guys get an idea on what it would cost if you wanted any books pressed. Also, guys, next live auction is next Sunday. It's coming up already. I can't believe that, man. Next Sunday is going to be my fourth affordable auction. Here at Strictly Comics, and I didn't make the other well, I have it somewhere, but I'm actually doing a fifth one just 2 weeks later. So definitely check that out if you're able to, because they've been a huge success, and I got big plans of using that in the future to benefit charities and just really do some really cool stuff for people in the comic book community and other benefits as well. So real quick, just want to give a shout out to people who are already in the chat. NLC, thank you so much, my friend. Eagle has landed. That is a cool name. Eagle has landed is in the house. So thank you guys for joining me. And I'm pretty sure Adam is out there. I was just talking to him a little bit this morning. So Adam, if you're out there, man, thanks a lot, bro. I appreciate it. Also, every Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern, check us out on JLS Comics on YouTube. Over there at JLS Comics, we'll be doing Comic Conversation with Jesse, JLS, Justin, EXILESTATE Comics, Chris, Boston Chris, over at Buckshot 33, and myself. But August the 31st, we will be switching those days from Tuesday to Thursday. So in the meantime, we will still be on Tuesdays, 8:30 Eastern. But on August the 31st, we will be switching it up and going to Thursdays, which I think is a really good idea. I think it'll benefit Jesse's channel, in my opinion. Also check those guys out over at comicbook.com. Justin is the managing editor over there, and Jesse is doing a lot of writing over there, and they got some other people over there writing. Also, guys, if you guys have any interest in writing for a website such as comicbook.com, send Justin or Jesse a message, and I'm pretty sure that they would love to have you, because they're always looking for writers to add content to their website. All right, so let me go ahead and stop sharing just for a minute. And guys, I got some really big plans ahead. I finally formulated in my mind how I want to go about doing this. I'm not going to lay out the details now, but I'm pursuing to do something super awesome for my 1,000 subscriber giveaway. Details will probably be in about a month. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. So definitely stay tuned for that. But that's all I really wanted to say. I'm going to go ahead and get started and get into this. We got about, I don't know, 40-50 minutes of this show, and then we're going to wrap it up around 12 o'clock Eastern. So let's go ahead and do this. Let me reshare my screen. And let me hide this. First, got to give a shout out to Carl on base. He actually asked a question last couple weeks ago. He asked what purpose or what does GPA analysis mean? And what I found out it means is, I think it's was a grade point analysis. I'm not going to pull up their website right now, but anyways, on their homepage, they had this right here. GPA for CGC Comics is the world's first analysis and reporting service for online auction and dealer comic book sales, reporting on thousands of certified comic book sales daily. GPA is the only service that offers a level of depth and analysis required in today's fast-moving comic book market. I think that is very true. This comic book market is moving super fast, and if anybody who knows and knows the market and who's heavily involved into buying and selling, you know how fast this comic book market is really moving. I mean, I'm seeing books now without any kind of movie announcement that have significantly gone up in price over the past 5 years, just because of the awareness of people out there who are into comics, who have gotten into comics recently, or who were into comics back in the day and just started watching some of our videos and decided to get back into it. So prices are significantly going up. And this is kind of crazy to me, because it's like, it definitely puts pressure on the hunter, the buyer who wants to get stuff. And it definitely makes things a little bit more difficult, because buying things online is not as affordable or as cheap as what they used to be. So now you have to really go out there and do some hunting, okay? Or just do some trading or whatever it is that you can do. So this market is definitely moving fast. And I think GPA does a good job of helping people out. Now, we talked a little bit last week about Comics MV, which I think is a very good resource as well. I'm signed up to GPA for a year. I didn't even know about Comics MV when I signed up for it, but I'm going to be following both services for a while, at least until my subscription is up on, for my year subscription is up for GPA. And if I find both websites very, very similar to each other, I'm probably not going to sign up for GPA and just stick with Comics MV. I got to do some asking around to certain raffle sites that I'm a part of on Facebook and stuff like that, to see if they're open to that, because I don't want to have to pay for a service if I don't have to, especially if Comics MV is providing as equally a good of service as GPA. So, and not only that, but if I'm not mistaken, a lot of you guys said last week that Comics MV has an app out. I didn't even know about that, man. They got an app out. Like, I don't even know if GPA has an app out. If GPA has an app out, that's freaking awesome. But if they don't, they need to get up on it, because I got to be honest, man, going to GPA, looking at their website, that junk looked like something that was created out of the 90s. So I'm just saying, man, it just looks a little old school, you know what I mean? So, but that's just me. So anyways, let's get right into it. Let me go ahead and see what's going on in the chat. Justin's in the house, man. Hey, thanks for joining me, bro. I appreciate it. Rogue 121. What's up, man? He says, thanks again for the books. Showed off that red Sony in my. Oh yeah, he got that red. Okay. Oh yeah. That was that J. Scott Campbell one, right? Yeah. NOC only 5,000 till or 5 subscribers to 1,000. Yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I'm gonna do a video on that too. Probably a short video on that one day, because I started so just organically, not knowing anybody, not really trying to promote or push anything, and here we are, man. Almost up to 1,000 subscribers. It's crazy. Took about 4 years for me to get there. I've been doing this for almost 5, but I took about a year off. So yeah, man, I appreciate that. L. Lee wants me to check out Uncanny 266. I will do that for you. Yep, I'll do that for you, NLC. So let's go ahead and get right started. Actually, CGC fan wanted me to look up. I got to take snapshots of my screen, man, because y'all be moving too fast sometimes, man. I can't even keep up with you guys. CGC fan wanted me to look up Flash 139, the first reverse Flash, this one right here, and actually in the same grade. And as you can see, a seller on eBay has one for just just shy of $400. I went and looked it up, and of course, everybody's asking for more than what GPA is going for. So GPA right now has this book at about 340. Okay, now it did peak out at 400 at one time, but that was last year. And what's funny about that is last year there was only 7 sales and it peaked out at 400. This year there's only 7 sales and it peaked out at 350. So I would have to say that this individual right here is probably asking too much money for it. Me personally, I wouldn't want to go over 3. What GPA says, especially since it's gone down a little bit, but I would be trying to look at a $300 buy for this book, but that's just me. And 29 people watched, man, that's crazy. Something like this, and I always try to tell people, like, look, if you see something you want on eBay and they don't have this make offer, shoot them a message. What's the worst they can say is no, right? Shoot them a message like, hey, I see you're offering, 380, you want 389 for it. Can I give you GPA is like 340. I'll give you GPA for it, or I'll give you 320 for it, whatever. And even try to go outside of eBay a little bit, like, hey, we could just go strictly through PayPal, that way you avoid 7-10% costs on your part. So I always tell people, negotiate a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's what you're looking at for a 4.0. About $340. CGC fan also wanted me to look up special Marvel edition 15 first Shang-Chi. Is it Shang-Chi or Shang-Chi? How do you say that? Shang-Chi. Why do you put Shang-Chi? Okay. Anyways, Shang-Chi. I feel like I've seen this book before, like flea markets or something. It just looks like one of those books you see at a flea market and nobody pays attention to until there's a movie announcement or something on Netflix, right? That's crazy. All right, so you wanted me to look up a 9.4, and I did, and it's right here. And okay, so this is crazy to me. 9.4, $600, right? $600. 9.4. Look at this. 247. So this person right here is smoking crack, or he's got child support to pay, or something, because what in the frick are you thinking? Like, who's gonna buy that? Nobody. I'm just saying. Like, okay, what's it even peaked out at? Look at it, it's even peaked out at 350. Like, so you want like almost double, man. People are just people need help, man. People need help. And when it peaked out, you got, that was what, because of movie announcement, or not movie announcement, but announcements from the Iron Fist Netflix series and whatnot. And guys, if you notice, look at, it's gone down. So it peaked out at what, 350. The highest this year so far is almost $70 less, and it keeps going down. Look at this, it keeps going down. Do you know why? Because I don't think a lot of people were happy with how Iron Fist turned out. A lot of mixed reviews, but I think for the most part, it's almost unanimous that from the middle of the season to the end, it just got crappy. And actually, we talked about this on Comic Conversation. Was it Tuesday or Thursday, Justin, if you're still watching? How Danny Rand, the guy who played Danny Rand, had like maybe 20 minutes to prepare for his fight scenes and choreography and whatnot. And so he didn't really go through like any kind of in-depth lessons or teachings of how to do karate, kung fu, whatever. And I think it showed. I think it showed a little bit. I think that Iron Fist is definitely, it looks like a low budget film. It's put on the small screen as a low budget deal. And I still haven't even finished. I still haven't even finished the first season. I think I'm about 8 episodes in, but I just don't think a lot of people are really impressed. So I think that contributes right here to the to the downgrade, or to the decrease in value of this book. So, but if you can get this for about $2, hey, I think you'd be in good shape. I wouldn't pay more than $2 for it, and that's just me. Let me see what's going on in the chat real quick, and I'm going to look up First Teen Titans. Iron Galactus says Comics MV is missing some sales data. They didn't include some eBay sales. Yeah, I'd be curious to know how quickly they update their site. I mean, you already know you're competing with GPA. You need to be on top of it. You need to be on top of it. Eagle has landed, wants me to look up Eagle Spot or Marvel Spotlight 32. I'll do that. I kind of look up Power Girl. Yes, sir, I will. Excuse me. Curious how long before comics can start charging people when they pick up Steam. Yeah, I don't know. I know the industry is always looking to maximize their, push the limits, I guess you could say, as far as charging people. Which brings me to a topic which maybe I'll get into later before the end of the show. We actually talked a little bit about that Thursday, about how the top 3 comic book sales in June were $5 books, but they didn't go more than like 194,000 copies, when I think $4 books were in the 200 to 250,000 copies in sales. And when you have $5 books, they were still number ones and they were still in the top 3, but the sales definitely dropped. So David Adams near me is always overpriced. Gomez in the house. Says Edwin just stopped by. Oh, to give you. Oh, I appreciate that, Gomez. Thanks for the thumbs up, bro. Gomez in the house. Just picked up Star Wars #1, Luke Skywalker sketch variant 9.8 for 650. What's the GPA on that? I don't know, but I will try to look up before the end of the show. I think that was Tuesday. Show. I'm confused. Yeah, yeah, we did it twice this week, didn't we? I don't. I know there's some good podcasts out there, L. Lee. I just don't have time for it. I struggle to find time to watch people's videos who I'm already subscribed to, and even that's a challenge. Adam. Hey, Adam, better late than never, bro. It's all good, man. One of the things I did want to mention is I don't know how to go about doing this, but I'm actually thinking about if anybody wants to come on, maybe in the future, maybe next week, couple weeks, I don't know, but this is the 9th episode. I didn't even know I'd be doing this long, but it is what it is, and I'm thinking about maybe having some guest appearances, I guess you could say that. But definitely would like to see some people maybe come on and just talk comics a little bit and just mess around. All right, so cool. That's it. We are caught up, I think. And the last request that I got a few days ago was Brave and the Bold 54 First Teen Titans 7.0. Let's look at what this buyer wants. And I just went to like the first one I saw. He does have 2 people watching. He does have a make an offer button, but he's asking about $1,000 for it. All right. Hey, there you go, Justin. He's in Marietta, bro. Maybe you can, like, I don't know, get that for cheap, since you don't have to, you just go pick it up or whatever, so he wouldn't have to pay any fees or anything. You got $800-900 to drop on that. 7.0. Okay, so here we go again. Here we go again. And I had everything set up, but I didn't like really compare the two before I went into doing the show this morning. But here we go. Another guy asking for too much money. What is wrong with people, man? All right, so this book peaked out at 960, but when 2 years ago, and look at what happened. It dropped. Now, why? I don't know. But it really dropped, and it's gone up a little bit this year. But as you can see, it hasn't gone past 739. Now, is that indication that it may go up more? Possibly, but you're still $220 away from your peak sales in 2015, 2 years ago. So what is this dude hoping for? Well, he is kind of a power seller, so maybe he doesn't really need the money, but still I'm thinking like, bruh, do you want to sell this, or you just like showing off what you got? Because if you really want to sell it and I got the money, I might throw 700 at you. Will you take that? Probably not. He probably wouldn't take it. But you know, that's just how some sellers are, I guess. I mean, some sellers just they can afford to just, you know, let stuff sit and not sell. Who is this guy? Investment grade key comics. Okay. Hey, there you go. Questions, please call. So you can call him if you want that book, and see if he'll take less for it. But I don't know. I'm just guessing probably not at this price. I think he's probably firm. He's probably pretty firm. That's just my opinion. So all right. Let me go ahead and look up some of the things that you guys wanted me to look up. Justice says first, Teen Titans would be nice, but not for me. Yeah. Not everything is for everybody, is it? Vernon Johnson. No, man. I did not show that, but that would be a good one to show, man. I don't even know if people are just let me see if I can find it real quick. I think I can find it real quick. Because I remember Tim Tebow. He saw that thing. He was like, WTF. I think I can find that pretty quick. Let me see here. I know it was in man. If I can't find it real quick, then I'm just gonna have to wait. But is this it? Nah. But yeah, anyway, somebody was just asking for a ridiculous amount of money for the Venomized Mary Jane variant, like 17 grand. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. I think it's like $1,000 book, but if it was like a double cover, something I could see, maybe, but still, man, I don't know what's wrong with people. Legend in the house. What's up, bro? Legend. I'm gonna be contacting you in the next couple weeks about something very, very important, my friend. So just giving you a heads up. Nothing to worry about now, but I'm gonna be reaching out to you. Comic Flawed says at Carl Reader, you are specific, but you are probably going to have to give more details on the Star Wars book. There are about 100 different sketch variants. That's true. That's true. All right. So let me go ahead and see what people were wanting me to look up in the chat. And the first one I see was, okay, that's a good one. L. Lee wanted me to check out Uncanny 266, a 9.6. You know, it's a good book. My shop has one. It's probably in about a 9.4, 9.6. But man, he's asking too much money for that thing. First Gambit. What do you say? 9.6. And there's a lot on for sale, that's for sure. A lot of them are signed too. Okay, so 9.6, you're looking at about $1.70, which if I was selling it, I'd probably ask for a minimum of 200, and the reason being is because the high this year so far has been 215. Now, what I want to know is how one sold for $80. What was that seller thinking? But a 9.6, holy crap, a 9.6 peaked out at over $300 at one time. Now, I'm pretty sure that was because of the movie announcement a couple years back, but you can see it's dropped since then. But I mean, if you can get it for about $1.80 or 200, I'd maybe get it. But I mean, to me, that's just one of those books that you have to really be a fan of Gambit or Uncanny X-Men, because it's Channing Tatum. And if the movie sucks and you spend $200 on this book, you're probably going to lose $100. Okay. It's like stock market, people. You're probably going to lose some money. If you spend $200 on this movie, who's doing that? Fox? I think Fox has enough experience to, I guess, make a decent film, although Apocalypse, I was really upset about that. But I don't know, man. To me, that's just a risky buy. That's a book I would buy raw, and I would just keep in my collection. Gambit isn't one of those characters that I would really be banking on unless Channing Tatum just really blew my socks off and he was just like did an outstanding performance and maybe even had some Wolverine or Deadpool collaboration going on. So I don't know, man. I don't even know what that movie's going to look like. Your guess is as good as mine, but you know, it is what it is. The next one, NLC wanted me to look up Flash 147, the second Reverse Flash. $147. He said an 8.5 or 9.0. We'll look them both up. All right, so a 9.0, you're looking at about 260. That's pretty good in my opinion for a second appearance. I mean, I know it's more rare, and the book is what, from the 60s, but from when GPA first started taking, so it's doubled in value. So it's almost doubled in value from 14 years ago. Probably not a bad investment. And I think even before the CW Flash series, the book was climbing a little bit. Well, it only took a dip in 2011 because there was only one sold back then, but it's climbed. And I think that with people more aware of the Reverse Flash and how many times he's been on the CW Flash series, that price should probably sustain somewhere in the 200s. So yeah, 8.5, same thing. 8.5, you're still looking at about $200. Took a dip right here. I don't know why. It took a pretty big drop, I guess. But even at 8.5 peaked out at 350, which makes no sense to me because it peaked out more than a 9.0. Again, you got people buying stuff, speculators. Let me ask you guys real quick. Are we in another speculator, bubble? And the reason why I say is because what's driving the speculation? The movies, the TV shows. That's driving the speculation. So people are overpaying for stuff again. People are overpaying for stuff, man. Why would you spend more money for 8.5 than a 9.0? A 9.0 peaked at 274. 8.5 peaked for $75 more. God, man, what's wrong with people? People are just lazy. They don't want to take the time to research, or they're impulsive buyers, and they just buy stuff because they see a TV show. Discipline, people. Discipline. Patience. But good book, man. First Gambit. Or no, that was I'm sorry, first or second appearance of Reverse Flash. Sorry about that. Eagle has landed. Marvel Spotlight number 32. I will check that out for you, my friend. Marvel Spotlight. Oh, snap. The 70s, number 32. What do you want? A 9.4 and a 9.6? 9.6 and a 9.6 is 200. GPA right now is about 240. But I don't see that holding, and the reason being is because there's been more sales of this book this year than ever, and the year isn't even finished with yet, and that book is peaked out this year at 375, but 3 years ago it peaked out at 580. Holy crap, man. So that book is about less than half of what it peaked out 3 years ago. I don't even know what this book is, but that's an expensive book. 9.4, 145. So, for what, 100 bucks more, I'd probably just go with the 9.6. Dang. What is that, man? Marvel Spotlight 32. First Spider-Woman. Oh wow. Okay. Dang, that book is that expensive? Huh. I don't know, man. I don't really bank on female characters. That's just me. There's very few female characters out there. Like you got Mystique, I know Captain Marvel's really climbing up, and a few others, but I just don't bank on them, man. That's to me that's risky or close, or just as risky as maybe like banking on villains. But that's just me. Jason Jenkins wanted me to check out Power Girl 27. I'll do that for you real quick. Power Girl. Like Power Girl 27 from like what year? I'm gonna say 1988. No, 27, 2009. Gotta be right. Yeah. We say 9.0, 9.6 ish. Oh wow, what is this? What the heck is this book, man? That got me looking at. Oh, okay. I've seen this book before. Significance with this book though. Is that Adam Hughes? First print, last issue. Super hot. Who did the artwork on this? Warren Low cover. Okay. I've seen this book before, but I didn't know it demanded that much. Man, that's crazy. So 9.6, that's like a $300 book. 9.4, cuts in half, 9.2, 150. You know, 9.2, 130, 9.4, 150, 9.0, 134. So in all categories or all grades, it's gone up and has continued to do so. And has continued to do so over, since that book came out a couple years ago. So yeah, if you can find that book, pick it up. Obviously try to avoid paying retail for it, but yeah, I guess Power Girl's on the rise, huh? All right, let me see what else we got. Let me see what's going on in the chat because I'm looking at other things right now. So this move. Oh snap! All right, hold on. Adam, I want that 266 also, bro. I might have to try to make a move at my LCS and work for it or trade something for it, but. Yeah, Ruben Sanchez, thanks for watching, bro. You're absolutely right, man. It is a good book to have. I mean, any X-Men fan should have that book in their collection. Vernon Johnson says he'd take another B-list or C-list actor for Gambit. Yeah. What did you guys think of that Gambit from X-Men Origins Wolverine? Did he do a good job, or were you guys not impressed? LE says, thanks. Everyone was a personal fave and got it raw for 60 a while back. Don't plan on selling it. Thought I'd drop him for a bit. All right, man. Hey, thanks for stopping by, LE. I appreciate it. NLC says cover for Flash 147 is a homage to Flash 123. Flash Two Worlds. Yeah. I think I remember seeing that cover, Flash of Two Worlds. Justin says, speculating on speculating could rip the fabric of time and space. Be careful. Absolutely, man. Oh, man. Rogue 121 says, I agree. On speculation bubble will burst. Yeah, I mean, if they, for whatever reason, just stop making these movies, which I don't see happening really anytime soon, yeah, you're going to see a lot of these books really take a dive in value, except for like your AF-15s and your, Detective 27s and stuff like that. But because it's not like how it was in the 90s where people were just buying 3 and 4 copies of the same book. They're selling millions of copies, but only like 500,000 people are actually reading them. Part of the speculation market, but part of it is better economy at the moment, and more people are. I agree. Hey, good point, Adam. Good point. People got more money to spend. The economy is getting better. As a matter of fact, I think I read in the an article on the news, or a guy I follow, and I'm not going to get into politics or anything, but they were talking about how Trump has brought like 290,000 jobs here in the U.S., or have kept them here in the U.S., and the unemployment rate actually took a dip from like 4.4 to 4.3%. So I think that definitely contributes. And actually, big ETA Nick did a video on this, of the stock market correlating with comic book sales and GPA sales. So when the economy is good, people are spending more money, and comic book sales are good. That's for sure. That is for sure. Yep, there is always a lazy factor. Comic nerd. She-Hulk #1. I'll check that out here in just a second. There was a couple. Let me see what else is out because I had a couple more. Let me see here. I already got the Power Girl. Carl talking about the Luke Skywalker. Okay. So Carl Reeder wants me to look up Star Wars #1 from 2015. JTC Luke Skywalker sketch variant 9.8. Let me see if I can find that for you, man. Star Wars from 2015. Star Wars. What is JTC? Star Wars #1. What is JTC variant? John Tyler Christopher. Appreciate that, Adam. Variant? Dang, man, there's a lot of these things, man. Goodness gracious. How do you choose? How do you decide? Oh my God, man. Are you kidding me? Look at all these 9. Oh my God. Action figure cover. J. Scott Campbell. You people in your Star Wars, man. Man, you're going to take up half my show, me looking for a Star Wars book. Dang, man. All right. Well, here's a John Tyler Christopher signature series sketch variant for. Appreciate it, Adam. Is it the action figure? Is it the action figure one, man? Let me see real quick. Let me see what y'all are saying. Eagle has landed. If I got time, I'll check it out. Getting actually close to the end here. I'm still trying to look up. If y'all could help me, is it the action sketch variant, the John Tyler? Because I'm not. Because I see like I almost said Scamble, a Campbell sketch variant. Oh man, just if somebody could just say, did he do the? Okay, so Justin, you're saying he did the sketches. You're saying he did the sketch stuff. If he did the sketch stuff, and that's what you guys are referring to. And if that's what you're referring to, 9.8 for what's the GPA on that book? Sorry. Oh wow. Action figure sketch cover. Okay, so from what I understand, this is what Carl Reeder wants me to look up. 9.8 action figure sketch cover peaked out at about $1,000 actually earlier this year. More sales than the previous year. He says he picked it up for $650. That's probably a solid buy. There definitely seem to be rare. And it looks like when it first came out, it went for about $850. So you got it I think it's a solid buy if it doesn't keep going down. But when you look right here, it just it's just going down now. We're definitely in the variant age. So if you plan on keeping it and you don't care what you paid for it, then keep it. But I very rarely invest into variants. If you're gonna sell, I wouldn't sell until I start feeling the Star Wars hype when the movie drops later this year. So I would have to think it's a solid buy for $650, especially since it's sold for over $1,000 this year. So yeah, man, there you go. Let me see what's next. Ruben Sanchez wants me to look up She-Hulk #1. What grade, Ruben? I can look it up for you until you figure that out. I'm gonna look up Wobbles X Factor #6. Figure out what grade you want me to look up, Ruben. X Factor, one of my favorite villains, man, and they didn't do him justice on that last X-Men film, man. I'm just saying. Didn't do him justice. So Wobbles wants me to look up a 9.8, which I will do for you, my friend. I know that book has gone down since the movie crapped all over everybody. Wow, that book peaked at a 500 at one time. Dang, man. That's nuts. That is nuts. This year it's about 220. And I still follow this book because I would love to get a 9.8 copy. I got a 9.8 #5, but I'd like to get a 9.8 copy of #6. I don't know, man. It's you're still looking at probably $200 book. $200 book. I wouldn't pay more than that, and that's just me because it's dropped. Because on average, man, when that movie was out or just before the movie, it was like 260, 280, $300 on average. So now I wouldn't even want to pay 200 for it, to be honest with you, because 5 years ago when I was getting into buying stuff and into Apocalypse before we even got any kind of movie talk, people were asking for 100 for it. Now you want to pay that. But now I'd go 120 for it, but I'm not paying 200 for it. And you know what's funny, man? I still see comic shops asking for stupid money for this book. I'm like, why? Nobody's gonna buy it, man. Like, nobody's gonna spend what you're asking for this book. Yeah, they did a movie on it, but the movie didn't do that well. It didn't do that well. There was more negative feedback on how you going. First of all, how you gonna have Apocalypse the same height as these women, superheroes, Psylocke, Storm? He's the same height as these two girls. Really, Apocalypse? Give me a break, man. That was just, I don't know, man. That was just stupid to me. Stupid. All right. Forgive me for my rant. Did I get a She-Hulk grade? 9.0. Adam says Exile wants to go back to the chromium age. Hey, some chrome covers are cool. Sanchez says 9.0 or 9.6. I'll check that out for you, bro. 9.0 or 9.6. #1, right? Yeah, 9.0 or 9.6. Man, my coffee done got out cold. But we're almost done. 9.0 to 9.6. Let me see. And I'll just go down to 9.0. 9.6, about $100 book. And people are looking for this book, man. She needs to be in a movie. But is she CGI or is she like Ronda Rousey on steroids? $100 book at a 9.6. And it's sold as high as 200 sometime this year. And the year isn't even over with yet. Me, I wouldn't pay more than $100 for it, but that's just me. Even a 9.4 is about a $70 book. Go down to a 9.0, again, $75 book. I mean, if you're going to spend 75 on a 9.0 or a 9.4, you might as well put $25 extra dollars into it and get you a 9.6. You know what I mean? Or, you know, you might as well just go to a 9.8 and just put in an extra $100 and get you a 9.8. Because if she ever gets some kind of movie announcement, this right here will probably double in price. Would probably double in price. So there you go, Mr. Ruben Sanchez. I think I can look up one or two more real quick. All right, so let's do one more before we close. Eagle has landed. Wanted me to look up Miss Marvel #1. We'll do that real quick, and then I will let you guys enjoy your weekend. Miss Marvel #1. What grade did you want me to look up? Eagle has landed. He didn't give me a grade. Y'all got to give me a grade, man. Y'all have to give me a grade, a specific grade to look up. Let me see here. People were shorter. Good one, Justin. People were shorter in the past. Yeah, you're welcome, Sanchez, man. No problem. Kamala Fall says there's always seems to be a sweet spot where you can move to a higher grade for not too much, and then there will be a huge jump at some point to the grade above. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Eagle has landed, says he wants a 9.4, 9.6 of Miss Marvel #1. And 9.6 is a $300 book. As you can see on my screen, it's peaked out this year at about $465, but it's $100 less on average now. Is that the first Ms. Marvel? And it seems to be dropping. I probably, according to this, I probably wouldn't want to pay more than $300 for it. Because even on the low end, it was at $286 this year. And knowing that, I'd be looking at $280 to $300 for this book. Because, you know, when a book is dropping, you really don't want to pay no more than its low price. And that's just me. And a 9.4 is about a $200 book. And if you really want to get that book and you're going to put 200 into it, you might as well try to throw another 80 to 100 and get you a 9.6. But, you know, a 9.4, you know, and I take that back. A 9.4 from a book from the 70s is a solid grade. I mean, you give me a Hulk 181 and 9.4, I'm not going to be sweating if I don't have a 9.6 or 9.8. You give me a Hulk 181 and 9.4, I am all good. I am one happy camper. Believe that because you will not get any complaints from me. I'm gonna be like, well, man, dang, man, it's not a 9.6 or it's not a 9.8. Nah, man. So a book from the 70s, 9.4, probably if you can get it for 200. And actually looking at this, you know, this is the past 30 days. This is 90 days. This is a year, I think. Let me check. Oh, 90, 12, and 2016 average. So, okay, so this is 90 days, last 12 months, and last year's average. So it's, you know, it's gone up every year. I don't know why in the world it peaked out at $580 in 2014. I don't know what the heck people were thinking back then. Oof, man. Could you imagine spending 580 bucks on this book and then trying to sell it and not even be able to get half your money back? It's crazy. It's just crazy. All right, everybody. Let me go ahead and unshare my screen. All right. Hey, good show, man. Good show, guys. Lots of fun. Thank you so much for the interaction. Thank you so much for liking. Continue to give thumbs up if you haven't already. I really appreciate it. And tomorrow will be my last video until my auction next Sunday. I'll put up a video. I'll try to put up, guys, I got so much stuff, man, to sell. I really don't know what exactly I'm going to have in the auction. I'm just trying to pump out videos every week, just showing stuff, because not only did I have the one long box, but I got a second long box full of comics, and I'm like, I'm not gonna buy any more for a while. I'm not gonna buy any more for a while. I got 2 long boxes of stuff I need to sell. Fun stuff, good stuff. So just you know, I'm gonna try to get a video out of what I'm going to have in next week's auction. But again, I'm still not 100% sure what I'm going to have. Follow me on Instagram, because on Instagram, I'm posting a lot of stuff on what I think I'm going to have in the auction next Sunday. Okay. So please follow me on Instagram. Okay. Until then, guys, have a great weekend. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Have a very blessed and very awesome Saturday. Keep God first in your life. Enjoy your comic books. God bless you guys. Till next week. Peace.